Okay, now we're live. All right. Well, I'm back. Good to see everybody again. Yes, I've been gone for a week. I was on vacation, but I'm glad to be back to dive right back into WWE. Everything is lining up for Bash in Berlin, now live in 10 days, and the card's already getting filled up fast. Excited to break it down for you. Oh, but who am I? My name is Erik Dunn, the creator of Falls Count Anywhere. And I'm happy you guys could join me here once again. Um, I do just want to give you guys a fair warning, though, however. The man behind the scenes, the creator of Rhode Island Broadcasting, Ron Rigo, has been having numerous difficulties with Restream because this service has not been cooperating for him over the last several days. So we both apologize for the inconvenience of being late by the last 5 minutes or so. It's just that this program doesn't really know how to work. So we're hoping that this will go off with no more technical difficulties. But if you do see a black screen or mutedness, then Ron and we both apologize to you in advance for any audio inconveniences or visual inconveniences that you may see during this broadcast. But I'm confident in Ron's abilities that we will get this solved, whether it be going on to a different platform or if this continues to screw us over. Something to be worked out with the cards. No idea. But regardless of which, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch is where you guys will always see me. Just we just got to figure out if it's a different platform to put us on there. That's all. But yeah, Facebook and YouTube channels where you guys can follow us at RI Broadcasting. Buy Me a Coffee is where you can also follow us at RI Broadcasting. Patreon is also where you can also follow us too to help support the channel, support this company, and support this show. I'm on every Wednesday at 5. Well, not every Wednesday. Well, every Wednesday unless I cannot be. Every Wednesday at 5, I am live unless I am physically unable to be live. Last Wednesday, I was physically unable to be live at all because I was in Worcester with no ability to have a connection near me to go live at that time slot because I was tied up. But I'm glad to be back. Glad to be back home in Bridgewater, Massachusetts, and give you guys everything you need since I've been gone. Uh, yeah, we apologize for any inconveniences. Uh, but however, if you do want to sponsor this show or any show on our broadcasting, like Going On Daily or Sports Unfolded, your ad will be read here. I will read it, not only so people will see it, but it will be heard on the audio version for Spotify, Amazon Red Circle, and many more. For those who want more information on how to get involved, send an email to Ron Rigo at ribroadcasting.media@gmail.com. That's all one word, ribroadcasting.media@gmail.com. Ron will set you up, give you all the information that you need, and be able to send you on your way with everything you have to be ready to go. So with that being said as well, this broadcast of Falls Count Anywhere is the exclusive property of Erik Dunn, Rodrigo, and Rhode Island Broadcasting for the use of our audience, and any publication, reuse, or redistribution by anyone is not prohibited and is given the express consent to be shared and is greatly appreciated. Also, just as a side note too, uh, the broadcast from 2 weeks ago, it just passed 400 views. And I want to take this opportunity to thank all of you out there for not only tuning in, but sharing this out. It definitely means a lot. So let's backtrack now so I can get you guys up to speed with what's happening with WWE. So, as I mentioned, Bash in Berlin is live in 10 days. Next week's program is breaking down the entire card and giving you my predictions. So, be sure to stay tuned for that. The bigger thing I'm looking at for WWE right now is they've already begun the second half of their year, not their calendar year, their year leading up to WrestleMania. So they're kind of like, So, with all that being said, let's begin with the SmackDown from this past Friday night, and it led off with Shin ruining Nia Jax's WWE Women's Title celebration with a candlestick attack on the Irresistible Force, Miss Money in the Bank Tiffany Stratton, and Pretty Deadly. Carmelo Hayes finally defeated Andrade after losing two matches in a row to Andrade. Carmelo Hayes finally picked up a win with a quick in on his explosive adversary. In the aftermath, Melo's excessive gloating lit the fuse on a post-chaotic match altercation. Blair Davenport defeated in Naomi with an earth-shattering knee. KO defeated Grayson Waller, but then undisputed WWE champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes emerged with a steel chair to stop the assault and send A-Town down under, heading for the hills. The Street Profits are now number one contenders for the tag team titles, and they will be taking on the Bloodline. And then Jacob Fatu led a vicious attack as the Bloodline brutalized Roman Reigns. So the big issue right now with Roman is that we've not heard him speak yet. Reigns has not spoken. It's just been show up, lift the one, and then uh, either attack the bloodline and or get attacked. So we're hoping that Roman will be able to be speaking again soon. And there is a report right now that when Roman does come back, because it looks like he's taking some time off, when Roman does come back, apparently he's not going to be coming back alone. Does that mean Jimmy Uso's coming with him? No idea. I doubt it'll be Rock. So, but I actually think it might be Paul Heyman. Heyman's been gone for a while since he was attacked by Solo and the Tonga brothers. Um, but the bigger picture I'm looking at with this is that I think this is all big stuff for Survivor Series in November at War Games. 100%. A lot of things to dive into there, but as we get closer, we'll cross that bridge there. Um, and then moving on to the Raw results from this Monday night. So the 14-time world champion, Apex Predator, Legend Killer, and Viper, Randy Orton opened up Raw. He kicked it off. World Heavyweight Champion Gunther and Ludwig Kaiser unleashed a surprise attack on Randy. Sheamus defeated Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne, who had injured Sheamus's right hand, he injured Sheamus's hand, his left hand, I believe, inside the turnbuckle in order to further the injury. The Celtic Warrior ripped the turnbuckle off the rope and leveled his one-sided friend with an earth-shattering bro kick. So Sheamus finally got the win. Maxine Dupree Avenel ended in a no contest because Sister Abigail interrupted to join the match, and seconds later, the rest of the Wyatt Six joined her and obliterated all four members of American Made. And then, in a segment from um, CM Punk, it looks like we may finally get the match we've been waiting for. At Bash in Berlin, Drew McIntyre accepted Punk's challenge for a strap match. So, if you guys are not familiar with what a strap match is, the hands of the competitors is tied to a belt strap. And so I'm excited to see the brutality of this and where it can go. Ozzy Jones and the New Day picked up the win over AOP and Karrion Kross, the final testament. The Miz lost to Bronson Reed in a no DQ match. Braun Strowman returned as well, which was huge. And it looks like we may actually get a rivalry between Reed and Strowman. And I honestly put my money on Strowman. I would 100% put my money on Braun Strowman just because of the fact that looking at the situation with Bronson, I mean, he wrote Steph off. He's not coming back for a while. Uh, my question is, when is he going to return? I got no idea, but hoping it's sooner rather than later. However, the big return from this is that Judgment Day, they ruthlessly beat down Damian Priest, Rhea Ripley in a sneak attack. Um, Alba Fire and As of Dawn retained the women's tag team titles, and then Randy Orton defeated Louis Kaiser. The Viper drew a line in the sand, and in response, Gunther stepped into the ring, and the two brawled as Raw concluded. So the biggest thing about that end of the night with Randy was that Randy warned Gunther. He said, "Come closer, talk about my family like that again, and you're going to pay for it." And boy, did he pay for it. He got his ass blown up. And Louis Kaiser got the scapegoat problem because Randy just beat him like a government mule. And I mean slaughtered him like a government mule. So that was the ending to Raw. Now we move on to Bash in Berlin. So far we got 4 matches that has been confirmed. CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, that is in a strap match. In mixed tag team match, Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley versus Dirty Dominic Mysterio and the Women's World Heavyweight Champion, Liv Morgan. Randy versus Gunther, World Heavyweight title. Undisputed WWE title, Cody Rhodes and KO Kevin Owens. Very interesting on this. Now, I'm not going to give my predictions yet because I'll say that for next week's show. But I will say, however, whoever's talking about heel turns and this and that, I mean, you got to stop with these damn heel turns. You know what I mean? Like, you've got to stop it because it's not healthy hearing about these heel turns. I'm sick of hearing about these heel turns. And personally, I'd rather just get through it and figure that out. Biggest thing with Bash at Berlin is that it's going to be a great event. The entire card is not there yet, but I'm guaranteeing that by next week, that card will be completely done by. My only concern is what's it going to lead to? There's no saying about Bash at Berlin if Roman's going to be on that. I don't think so. I mean, there is no talk about that regarding Roman, so you're basically kind of like in that ballpark of like, well, all right, well, you just got to sit back and just wait, I guess. So the biggest thing for me with Bash at Berlin is that how is the psychological games going to play into this as a factor? Because I believe that they will. And if you guys have been watching last week, it was a good week. Um, but I'm definitely looking forward to 25 though. I mean, 2025 is going to be an amazing year for WWE. Bar none, second to none. No one will tell me otherwise. I'm sorry. Like, you honestly cannot tell me otherwise. It's going to be awesome. Um, the other big thing going on right now is that um, when Roman does return, as I mentioned earlier, he's not going to be alone. That could go one of three ways. You know, uh, Jay, Rock, or Heyman, and I'm going to put Heyman over both of them. I think Heyman's going to come back first with Roman. My big question is, when is Roman going to come back for it? So now there's no saying when Roman's going to return. Um, I will say right now, everything is lined up for a really good show for WWE. So the bigger thing that I'm seeing with this card is you've got, I mean, you kind of have the main details of all of the entire card, really. I mean, KO and Cody. I mean, you've got that story. Gunter and Randy. That story is building up really quick. Um, it's obvious. Baby and Rhea versus Dom and Liv. That story has been heating up to a boiling point with their rivalry. And then Punk and McIntyre. Oh, forget about it. In a strap match, like it's going to be a very interesting battle, seeing how this is going to turn out. I have no idea how, but I'm excited seeing what could happen. Um, so for next week's broadcast, guys, looking at this, we're going to go over all the matches from Bash of Berlin. I'll give you guys my predictions, go over the whole descriptions of the matches, SmackDown Raw results as well, and we'll get ready for Bash in Berlin live in 10 days from Germany, live on Peacock. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a great one. But yeah, guys, hard to believe this. We are winding down August. Fall is just about a month away. Never thought I'd be saying that right now, but you know what? It's pretty amazing when you look how fast time goes by, don't you think? So, with all that being said, on behalf of the man behind the scenes, the creator of RIB, Rodrigo, this is Erik Dunn saying so long and thank you from my home in Bridgewater, Massachusetts. This has been a presentation of Falls Count Anywhere here on the Rhode Island Broadcasting Network. Guys, I missed you from last week. It's good to be back, but next week we'll have a lot more on deck. Looking forward to talking to you then for the last broadcast of August before we turn the page to September. Thank you guys so much for watching and for listening.